Tzu Chi second-hand assisted device team provides delivery service to people with mobility issues. Tzu Chi volunteers distribute food and daily supplies to villagers in Lahad Datu to help their livings. Welcome to the headlines. I'm Maggie Tai. Thank you for joining us. Tzu Chi Foundation established a second-hand assistive device team last year to provide delivery services to people with urgent needs. Recently, Ms. Jean urgently needed an electric bed, and volunteers immediately sent her a bed and taught her how to operate it.
现在这个世界，这个社会很人情很淡薄，尤其是家里当有老人家突然有病况的时候，那家人都常常都不知道如何是好。
With a high temperature of over 35 degrees, Tzu Chi volunteers deliver an electric bed from the second-hand accessive device warehouse in Wugu to Xindian. However, it requires volunteers' special wisdom to move this bed into the home of the needy.
Our assistive devices are also to help the people in urgent need. As long as he contacts Tzu Chi, we should try our best to help.
I feel happy to be able to offer my little effort to help them, so that they can feel a peace of mind.
Two Tzu Chi volunteers who are responsible for delivery were very experienced, and within a short while, they moved the bed frame into the room, followed by assembling and teaching the user how to operate it.
People told me that when I have difficulties, just look for Tzu Chi and everything will be resolved. Now I come across this. It really improved that Tzu Chi is always there to help. Thank you, Tzu Chi brothers, for your selfless dedication. I'm really touched.
Tzu Chi volunteers are willing to undertake missions so that those in need can receive the appropriate help.
Tzu Chi has worked together with Taiwan city government to conduct home improvement for seniors or disadvantaged residents. Volunteers invited professional electricians to do the work, and their services has deeply touched the seniors.
The bathroom handrails in the box will be installed after the size and position are measured. To improve disadvantaged residents' home security, volunteers customized the home improvement plan.
I cannot remember that much information. I've drawn pictures to show the size of the items.
Although he's not a professional home improvement master, he has taken notes neatly. He's mindful to serve the seniors.
After installation, we will ask the seniors to try using it. We explain it to him.
It's safer, it's comfortable as it adheres. This way, you won't need to exert force.
The smiles of the seniors are the volunteers' best rewards.
Thank you for giving me this. I don't have money. I'm deeply touched.
The senior cry not only because of the two anti-slippery grips, but also because of the volunteers' care. Even the electrician has gained something.
I'm grateful to Tzu Chi for giving me the opportunity to participate. Tzu Chi's charity activities are very helpful to the community. They are good activities.
Working with the volunteers, this electrician, who's also a Tzu Chi donating member, has felt the joy of helping the people in need.
61-year-old Liu Youjing suffers from bone cancer and fasciitis. Despite her illnesses, she sees every opportunity to volunteer with Tzu Chi. She believes that the more one does, the more one gains.
Liu Youjing, who suffers from fasciitis, feels pain when she moves her right hand. After putting on pain relief patch, she has come to pack vegetarian lunchboxes.
I use patches when I feel painful. I feel painful most of the time.
For Liu, fasciitis is not a serious illness. She has been diagnosed with bone tumor on her left shoulder.
I must come bearing the pain. Yes, that is the case. Endure the pain. I come after taking painkillers.
Liu has embraced vegetarianism for more than 20 years. During the epidemic time, she has joined Tzu Chi volunteers to promote vegetarianism.
She endures her pain well and she works very hard. She truly loves volunteering with Tzu Chi.
Besides helping out with cooking, Liu also volunteers at a recycling station. She does not pick and choose her work.
Sometimes there are guava branches and leaves inside the bags. We need to pick them out.
As she sorts recyclables diligently, she forgets the pain brought by her illnesses.
The more you do, the more you gain. We should do much work when we are able to do so.
For Liu, seizing every opportunity to give of herself is what makes her most blessed.
32-year-old Hong Mingchen got into a car accident when he was in junior high, which left him paralyzed from the waist down. After 6 years of hiding from society, he finally emerged after receiving rehabilitation and counseling. Now he is giving back.
Using a wheelchair and riding a modified scooter, 32-year-old Hong Mingchen is heading to work. A vehicular accident in junior high school left Hong paralyzed from the waist down.
After finishing junior high, I shut myself up at home for 6 years.
From the institution, Hong found his worth once more and even majored in social work to give back to society. He is now a trainer at the Help Center.
He's taught me a lot about how I can live life again, such as how to step out of my comfort zone.
No matter if his client is someone who is older than him or someone younger, Hong is the best physical mentor supporter there is.
I thought maybe I can help them make a change, maybe help them modify some things like a support aid so their lives can be more convenient.
Thankfully, I have him. He is there for me to talk to and also to help me with massage when I'm discomfort.
Opening the heart to accepting oneself, Hong and his girlfriend, who is also paralyzed from the waist down, brings positive outlooks to one another as they make a better future for themselves.
4 villages in Sabah's Lahad Datu face people's livelihood crisis due to the pandemic. Tzu Chi headed to the villages to distribute food and other essentials in hopes of bringing some relief of their lives.
Tzu Chi received word that people lost their way of life due to the pandemic, asking 26 volunteers to head over to host distributions. The distribution will take place in 4 villages in Sabah's Lahad Datu. Tzu Chi set out from Lahad Datu's Tzu Chi Activity Center and headed to the first stop, Kampang Buso. The second stop is Garbage Mountain, Bengku Ruan, which took 40 minutes to get to from the first stop. The third and fourth stop is a fishing village, Kampung Pangkanlang and Kampung Katam, respectively. The villagers who live near the Garbage Mountain lives off the kitchen refuse on a daily basis, which made the volunteers sad as they provided the villagers with rice, cooking oil, and other fresh food. Having lived amongst the garbage for a long time, residents lack good hygiene habit. Team members brought medication for roundworm for the children below the age of 12. Volunteers not only brought material goods, but also provided masks and taught villagers how to protect themselves during this special period.
Sekarang pakai. Lepas tu kau tekan dengan hidung. Kau tekan, tekan.
Disebabkan ini penyakit yang menyebabkan kita punya kerja terganggu. Jadi kita ada kekurangan dalam kehidupan kita. Jadi kita bantu.
Boleh?
Kasih ya.
Okey, jangan bocor di bawah.
Ya.
Pergi laut pun sama juga, tetap dilarangkan. Kadang-kadang ada juga membagi.
Even if we want to head out to the sea, we will be stopped. Sometimes we receive aid supplies. If we don't, then we can only go to the store to put in on credit. Otherwise, we cannot get by.
Kalau tidak ada duit nak mau beli ubi, nak tapi balik
If we don't have money, we dig for yams to eat. Thankfully, we have received your help and have rice to eat now.
Volunteers dealt with geographic difficulties and also weather changes during this distribution, but in the end, they helped 118 families.
We're very thankful for Tzu Chi for helping our villagers.
Having a roof over your head and having running water and electricity to use is something that is very common to us, but to them, but it's really a luxury for them.
Walking on a rickety wooden bridge or crossing through muddy terrain, volunteers overcome many difficult situations just to bring some light and joy to these forgotten corners of the world.
A Malaysian volunteer, Tzu Chi, came into contact with chanting sutra and became a vegetarian more than 10 years ago after listening to messaging and calling.
Lemongrass, chili, lemon, mushroom roots, potatoes. If you eat meat, we can cook chicken curry. Otherwise, we don't have this.
Sometimes we're very happy eating it every day. There's no difference between eating meat and vegetarian dishes. It is even healthier to eat vegetarian food.
Chanting sutra, Chen Nianzhu was once very scared of the coming of the 7th lunar month. Later, her mother took her to participate in a sutra recitation. After chanting sutra, she experienced an unexpected change.
The deepest impression is that they were killing that crab which was alive. I was there and heard the crab was struggling. That voice made me cry.
为什么要暴杀他们来吞噬？
Chen Nianzhu was inspired to adopt a vegetarian diet, yet she gave up later because of the temptation to eat meat until the epidemic outbreak this year. She began to go meatless again and also promoted vegetarianism actively.
Why are humans so cruel? We're so painful when we have a little cut. We eat 7.7 billion animals a year, which doesn't include animals from the sea like fish and shrimp. I really hope everyone can be vegetarian.
Her children working overseas also respond to their mother's appeal out of filial piety. The eldest daughter has been a vegetarian for 5 years.
Grandma loves me very much. She will cook whatever I like to eat. After eating vegetarian food for a long time, I feel that I'm healthier and my temper also improved.
What she does not only affects her family to go meatless, but also persuades her friends to adopt a vegetarian diet. She said that if you are determined to do one thing, it is not hard at all. As long as the first step is taken, abstaining from meat is just a matter of thought.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Liaoning actively promoting environmental protection in various communities. Let's visit different places to see volunteers' efforts.
Outside the wall of the community, there are all kinds of large garbage. For example, furniture, bedding, and various discarded building materials, making this area a garbage burial site. Some residents want to clear the site, yet there are too much to handle.
This garbage has been piled up here for a year. Everybody in this community is very annoyed by it, yet we have no ways to clear it. It is smelly, not safe, and not pretty too. Tzu Chi volunteers took initiative to come and help us sort the garbage. This Tzu Chi spirit really touched me, so I come to do it together. It is a very good chance for us to spend a meaningful and pleasant afternoon together. We have created a lot of garbage for the earth. Having the eco-friendly concepts, I will pay more attention to protect our planet.
In addition to mobilizing the public to care for the environment in Shenyang, in Ansan City, volunteers found a new place to set up a recycling point. On the day of opening, volunteers specially host an event to promote vegetarianism.
吃素食有什么好处啊？
反正有害保护小动物。
啊，真棒，真棒。
At present, in Liaoning, many cities require the residents to sort garbage, so volunteers specially clarify the details of sorting and also introduce the production of environmentally friendly enzymes.
If you don't come here, you can't learn anything. I didn't feel that before, but after this time, I have a deeper feeling and learned more.
With volunteers' mobilization, environmental protection is no longer a slogan, but can actually be implemented in daily life.
Li Yuming, a Tzu Chi volunteer who lives in Xijing Town, Quanzhou, witnessed the development of the quarry industry and its impact on the environment. From 2011, she participated in many recycling activities in her town, inspiring others to protect the earth together.
有这好代志通做，咱一定要紧做，一个接过一个，通这个环保直直传落来。
In Shijing Town, Quanzhou, the quarry industry is booming. Both sides of the road are filled with large and small stones. Li Yuming, a Tzu Chi volunteer, shuttles between these stones and picks up recycling.
Before the stone quarry industry was developed, the environment was very beautiful. After the development of the industry, the mountain has been completely mined. Villagers are forced to move down the mountain as air pollution was quite serious.
Witnessing the changes in the local environment, protecting the earth has become a wish held deeply in her heart. An environmental awareness campaign 9 years ago made her beliefs even more firm.
There's a way to help people. We can save the earth and save all beings. I think as I have so much time, I should take the time to be environmentally conscious. This led me to start finding recycling stations.
If it's to help people, of course, I will support it.
Concern for environmental protection in the village started from her.
开始要随这个要说，咱环保有通卖咯，咱大家做一个来做，说做了咱做钱去帮助人咯。像说今日要做，我早日就随这个拍电话，拍伊个电话无接，我是摩托车了去教因厝内解说嘛。
Sister Yuming guided me to do recycling.
I often come out with Sister Yuming. I'm very happy to do recycling.
Li Yuming has become an environmental celebrity in her village. The living room in her house is now a place to have a good chat. In the past, it was simply full of mahjong players.
My former mahjong friends are still welcome to my home to have some tea and chat, but I said that we don't gamble here anymore. Some didn't believe that I quit gambling as they said that I used to gamble day and night. I told them that I would show them and asked them not to come again.
After giving up her gambling habit and facing ridicule, she gained admiration from others due to her pursuit of new commitment to recycling and her desire to persevere and better protect the earth.
The sudden spread of the coronavirus has changed our consumption patterns. As the epidemic in Taiwan came under control, many still avoided downtown areas, creating a problem for retailers as their sales performance has dropped significantly. Faced with these external challenges, online shopping services have increased, with many transitioning from physical stores to those that are online.
The clothing store is full of products that are all unique in Taiwan. They are not imported from China, Japan, or South Korea. However, there are almost no customers at physical stores, as it is entirely supported by regular customers.
As the epidemic gets worse, our order volume also continues to decline. I think that we have lost about half of our regular revenue.
It's an international trend that consumers dare not visit apparel stores. H&M, which has 5,000 stores worldwide, closed 3,000 stores during the epidemic. Uniqlo of Japan saw a 40% decline in March revenue in China. And in Europe and the United States, the situation is even worse, with a 50% drop in revenue. The 100-year-old Japanese apparel brand Renown has even filed for bankruptcy in a Tokyo district court. Some Taiwanese companies, especially small clothing stores, are also suffering.
I think if there is a chance, we will also apply for relief funds because of the current epidemic situation. We are a small studio. To be honest, I must say that it is still very difficult to survive.
Ms. Lai decided to open another internet store when she was going to apply for a bailout loan from the government. Professional lighting cameras have led this apparel shop to act as a sort of studio, which confidently displays products with live broadcasts appealing to the online market.
We are trying our best in our online customer service or our physical storefront. If it doesn't work, at least we tried and found of this answer. We also observe some trends or to see if we can change or enhance our marketing strategy.
Stimulated by the epidemic, online shopping activities have increased significantly, with associated e-commerce booming. In the early days of the epidemic, people rushed to get epidemic prevention materials. Afterwards, some enterprises implemented work at home and diverted work, even postponing the start of school and distance teaching. People stay at home for epidemic prevention, creating many online business opportunities. Many in the retail industry observed that consumers were afraid of the epidemic from the beginning. As the epidemic changed, it triggered different needs.
People started to stay at home and not go out. This led to 3 different business opportunities. The first is actually a cooking at home business opportunity. The second is daily necessities and consumables. And the third is related to home fitness products. Compared to last year, we have seen almost double the sales during the same period.
According to statistics from the Ministry of Economic Affairs, in March, department stores involved in the retail industry saw turnover fall by 21% when compared with the same period last year. The decline in January was as high as 41%. In contrast, the e-commerce platform in the mail order industry in March, the turnover increased by 24% year-on-year against the trend, which indicates that business opportunities in this part of the economy are growing. However, the turnover of the restaurant catering industry declined by 20% from the same period last year and decreased by nearly 60% in January. Shaking off the water on these noodles so as not to affect the flavor of the soup is the boss of this ramen shop in Taipei City. The owner returned from Japan and emphasized authentic ramen flavor. The number of customers is greatly reduced, but the rent and personnel costs have not declined. The restaurant operator, Mr. Xie, had to change his business model to save himself, such as cooperating with food delivery platform and developing frozen takeout packages.
We should have something to do, otherwise just staying in the store with no business will lead to a low morale. So I made a frozen product that consumers can buy without having to go out. It is often a pleasure to eat at home and cook for yourself.
The delivery industry happens to be booming during the epidemic, creating new demands for the market. The epidemic has fueled the Ministry of Economic Affairs to create a delivery matchmaking platform with the goal of relief-oriented revitalization for businesses that are suffering, allowing restaurant operators to try new sales channels. Now, during this period of recovery, the company which can quickly grasp the customer's needs will be able to recover faster and make use of the new business opportunities.
Grandma Melly had never been to the beach before, and social workers helped her to fulfill her dream. Take a look and goodbye.